So everybody press the 확인 button, okay?
Yeah.
So everybody, welcome to English Discussion Club in Songdo. Thank you for coming in this early morning. Today's topic is about opening up a business. And before we start on discussing that, I want everyone to briefly introduce themselves. I will introduce myself first. As you know, my name is Haeyu Kim. I've been running this group for a year, and I'm loving this group because I get to meet a lot of great people. Okay, Mike, could you introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay, so my name is Young in Korea. Just please call me Mike as short. And I'm a chemical engineer. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Rory.
Hi, my name is Rory. I love learning new things and getting to know about new cultures. So yeah, I've been enjoying this group so much because I get to know different people's opinions. So yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so everybody, let's look at the questions. The first question, I will read it out for you. When asked about their goals, many young people say they want to be an owner of a building in the future and get paid monthly without having to work. Imagine that you're given an empty space in a building. What would you sell? Tell us what kind of business you want to start in detail. So I know it's impossible, but just imagine like you have a space that you can decorate and fill freely.
May I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
What is the condition? I mean, I have to pay monthly or without paying monthly?
That's discussive.
Actually, maintaining the store is another question.
Yeah.
So like just think about, just think that you have plenty of money.
Okay.
So, but you have to sell something in that space.
Okay.
So like making it sustainable is another story. So we need to like talk that like later. But just like you need to sell something right now in that space. So what kind of business would you start?
Okay, I see.
Youngho, do you have any plans?
To be honest with you, I don't have any interest in business yet. But if I had to do, I would run a business regarding maybe fitness.
Oh yeah.
Or like treating the equipment for the workout.
That really suits you.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah, because Rory, Mike has this home gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Small,
and
small size.
he has a lot of equipment in his house. So, and he's an expert at building muscle and body.
don't mention that.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I think, but selling the equipment because you know how to use the equipment, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so like you can tell the customers you can use this equipment like this, and you can like share your tips.
Yeah, I can explain how to just work out with this kind of equipment.
Yeah, but what about like being a health trainer and actually training these people?
Oh, maybe just let me put it this way. Actually, after just running a business with the equipment, it's a small size, and then I will make another step with making gym, my personal gym. And so when I just learn about more knowledge about just workout.
So you actually want to have your own gym in the future?
Hope so, but
Oh,
it's not a, like kind of like eager to have it.
but if possible, right?
Maybe.
Yeah,
if I have a lot of money, maybe.
Yeah, I think like gym doesn't always have to be really huge. Like people also want to have really one-on-one like special care. So like a small gym, I think that also works.
Yeah, I think like nowadays like personal training is all the rage. So it just requires a small size of like kind of space.
Yeah.
So maybe I can think of maybe personal training in the near future.
Sure. May I
Also,
go there? Because yeah. Sorry, Rory. Tell.
Oh, I think that's easy to focus on their work better in that small size, that cozy room, and then if there's like treadmill or some weightlifting machines, I guess they can more focus on themselves with the one trainer.
But for me, just my workout performance is just mediocre. So I need to develop my skill and knowledge to be maybe personal trainer.
Yeah, maybe I will visit one time and get one-on-one Sparta training from you.
I hope so.
Okay, Rory, what about you? If you would like have an empty space and you have to sell something, what kind of business you want to start?
This question got me thinking a lot. It led me to hold the imagination and creativity. And I actually discussed with my friend. Because there are many different topics, different industry, like education part and youngster business part. I don't want to just sell like products, but more I want to sell education program or sell some ideas. I want to make it like a market for creativity or yeah. So
yeah, I get it. Like you can open your own like hagwon or like international like school or so maybe like a hagwon where you can educate people.
Yeah, but it doesn't also limit it to hagwon. So I came up with this idea. So let's say since it's a building, I can hold not only a room, but it's building, right? So there may be a lot of like rooms. So one is for drawing, one is for like releasing stress. One is for blind room, copied by Love is Blind. So people can get to know each other without seeing them. So it's like experiencing, I named it the experiencing building. So all the different types of stores there, and also yoga, because I'm interested in that, like mental health and stretching stuff like Youngho. I do also care about my invest a lot in my health physically and mentally also. I'm sorry, Mike, I cut you off.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, just I tried just kidding. I mean, you are not given an empty space. Just you need to have like your own building, maybe.
Yeah, that was actually the question.
Question is just on empty space, but
oh my god, empty space in a building. Oh, I kind of like expanded.
It's kind of like you have a building.
Yeah, but why not? Then I'll make a different room in that space. I don't want to limit to a certain like one specific topic.
Okay. You have a big dream.
No.
You have what?
You have a big dream.
Yeah, I have a full, like really big ambition yesterday actually. Saw it, and also share house where people can live together.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Also sharing hobby room.
Mm.
So yeah, those I came up with that.
I think like as Youngho mentioned, you need to have a very huge space to accommodate all those needs.
Mm.
And I like that your idea is not limited to physical stuff, but it's more like mental and psychological stuff. So I like your idea of the blind room. I think Youngho might not know, but there is a Netflix program called Love is Blind. So like a man and a woman talk to each other
Without
with a
seeing
wall.
them.
Yeah, without seeing them
Ah.
in a wall in front. So like
And
when
then
you
they
go
have to decide
whether
if
they're
they
gonna
wanna
marry
date-
or not.
If they want to not even on a date, if they want to get married, if
Yeah.
they want to, they have to decide without seeing. And actually, I so looked up yesterday, and then still two couples they're still together and they're get married.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Out of 9 couples, 2 couples are still together.
Yeah, like Rory, how are you going to use that room? Are you going to use that room like as a counseling room where people go into that room and tell their secret stories to the other person?
I want to make it like, so in the blind room, I also want to make some categories. If they want to date, if they want to find someone, and then it's still like love is blind. It could be a love is blind. And then if they want to like some new experience, they just want to make new friends. Just a little bit lighter version than lighter room than the love is blind. It's like exploring new friends or exploring new mentor if they want to learn something. And then
It's like
match
blind duo.
blind your
Yeah,
it's just
duo,
so I
duo.
call it, I named it as just blind room.
Mm.
And then in that category there are a lot of difference.
Yeah, and I also liked your idea about the share house. Like what kind of goals are you having for making a share house?
Do you guys know 응답하라?
Sure.
Yeah, it has been a long time since I watched that. Youngho, Mike, do you know that 응답하라 drama?
Yes, I know.
You
I know.
enjoyed it?
I will level with you. Just I don't watch this kind of program, but I have heard of it.
Oh yeah. So when I watched it, I don't know. It seemed interesting, and there are also reality programs where people in their 30s, people in their 20s, and then they come together and live and share their life. I found that interesting, so I just put it there, but I didn't really think about in that share house that much. I thought actually yoga room more specifically, because now when we date, when you hang out with friend or when you hang out with your partner or family, we're just so there are not actually many things to do, like good restaurant, fancy cafes and cinema and just going to parks. But now it's too cold to stay outside. So, but also during weekend, we usually hang out with people, and we also want to release our stress during weekend, and we're kind of stuck our shoulder and it gets stuck, and I want to make some space for to release or to stretch their body with family and friends and with their partner. I want to make that program.
Yeah, I think that's very good because a lot of people have a lot of stress, but they try to release their stress by alcohol.
Like alcohol or going to good restaurant, but that's not actually,
Yeah.
it's so temporarily.
Yeah. So I like your remedy, like just having peaceful thoughts with like a peaceful yoga. Yeah, I think the people in the modern world need that.
Thank you. Yeah.
For me, if I would have an empty space, I want to open a hagwon, but like a very unique hagwon. I've mentioned this before to you guys, but I want to open a hagwon for adults, specifically over 20. And you know, a lot of hagwons these days are focused on getting the score on a specific test, like TOEIC or TOEFL. But I want to open a hagwon where you can learn English through videos from Netflix, YouTube. So like you watch the movie or drama together and then you discuss and then you do game activities together. So like I want to open a hagwon where you can learn English in a fun way. And I just don't want to make it as like studying place, but where you can mingle with each other and have friends and experience new culture. Yeah, and if I make a space, I want to make a radio room where we can film radio together, and a debate room where we can debate, and also like a very big auditorium where we can see people giving speeches. Yeah, and like a talk show room where you can where you can like talk with each other while filming it. So like
Broadcast
Rory
room.
said, yeah, like Rory said, I want to separate these rooms to its functions. Yeah, and I just want it to be a cultural space where people can just expand their horizon.
It seems like you let people soak into English smoothly.
Yeah, that's such a good expression. Soak into English smoothly.
Yeah.
Rather than like read this, memorize this, like not like that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so since we listened to what we want to do, let's go into the second question. Rory, could you read it for us?
In order to have a competitive edge in the market, a number of businesses actively promote their own unique strengths to consumers. Some show how fancy their interiors are to attract youngsters, while others merely focus on the quality of their products. What sets your business apart from other competing companies? Why is your product so special?
Yeah. This is kind of a realistic part of the question. Like if you want to earn money, your product or your business has to be different and special.
Yeah.
So let's start from Rory. Like I think Rory's idea is already unique. But like Rory, I think if you have to go to that place, it will be really expensive because you do yoga, you live in a house, like you also do a lot of things. So Rory, how like
Okay.
yeah, can you tell us?
Yeah. So I'm going to yesterday, like so I was thinking like how am I going to manage this whole rooms? I'm going to put youngster to in charge of that room.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give them whole like rights and permission to run that room.
Mm.
And then in the end, I also came up with that, like why not making their like opinion box, so young generation put their ideas there, and then they actually make their report, like how I'm going to run this room, and then what is it, where does this idea come from, and then like how to make profit off of this business.
Mm.
So if that, and it sounds like it could be like a cover letter to work with me if I have that like amount of investment or asset to support that business. So yeah, and to answer this question, I think nowadays we're living in this era where we face the most changes, right?
Yeah.
And the most important thing is adaptability.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my building has many things to do for people to gain their adaptability, because there are many different things to gain different experience. So, and also stretch out their comfort zone by trying new things. So I think nowadays there are not many opportunities for young generation giving their own business idea, but rather than just settling in one company and just living stable life. But I'm not saying that pursuing stability is bad, but there are not many investment or people who are willing to invest in young stars ideas or their ambition or something. But I want to invest in youngsters ideas, or I want to support their thing. I guess that's our buildings. That's what set our buildings apart from others.
Yeah, I think actually your idea itself is already unique because like there are not many places where you can get like a lot of refreshment within your mind and soul. Like there is a yoga hagwon, but like you can not only do yoga, but you can experience stuff. So I think it's like a multi-function space, right?
Mhm.
And you also said that you're gonna collect the ideas and opinions from the people with the opinion box. So I think that's also very unique because we don't really get feedback from customers, right? We just discuss within our faculty or like within our people, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
So you making the customers and the leaders active members of your active people of your business, I think that's very unique. But I just want to say that you have to kind of categorize your business very exactly, because I don't know whether it's a like a multifunction like space, or it's a hagwon, or it's like an educational institution. So if you're going to really monetize it, you need to specify what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Youngho, what about you? Like there's a lot of PT shops in Korea. Like how are you going to make it really special?
Oh, well, as you know, just there are too many like 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 workout equipment shop or like PT place. So I think I have to maybe promote like some sale or event to the customers, and maybe I deeply maybe take care of them one by one, like a friend. And then maybe in order to maybe get foothold, get a foothold to become popular for the customers. Maybe I think I need to just learn and study more knowledge and how to like build up muscle easily for customers.
Yeah. Like, Yonghwa, I really like your idea because like health and body is like everyone's interest.
Yeah.
And I think everybody know the what everybody know like the what issue, but I think the important part of your business is the how part, like
Yeah.
because everybody has the equipment and knows the things, but how are you going to promote this and how you're going to be more close to these customers? I think that's more important, right?
I think it's kind of a know-how business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Not only selling equipment business.
I think so.
Yeah. I guess that, wow.
I think
that
like
really sucks.
I need to enter maybe Lori's like building as a one of a multiplex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as
you
one
do
of
yoga.
youngster entrepreneur. I want to
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
them use those rooms.
It seems like your building is a kind of multiplex, so maybe
Yeah, yeah,
I
for
have to-
youngsters who is ambitious like you.
Yeah, like we do weight training in Youngho's place and then go to yoga and like release our stress.
And learn something new in Ye's place.
Yeah. I think maybe Youngho, you like hiking, so you can go hiking with your like customers, like maybe like once a week in the morning together, like the close members. I think they will like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you motivate them and
But I worried about just big generation gap between youngster and me.
No, you're not
you're a youngster.
old.
You're in that category.
I'm not a youngster.
No, you're a youngster.
Okay, so for me, I think the special part of my business is that I don't teach test-based English. And the second point is that I make it a place for people to socialize. So I just want to have like a little cafe where you can sell coffee. So people can just sit but they only have to speak in English. So it's like a cafe slash hagwon slash community place. So I think that's unique, but like how to earn money is really difficult because, you know, like adults are not that loyal. Their mothers don't push them to go to hagwons. So you need to have a very special program to get the customers come every day. So that's what I'm like thinking about.
How about like study room?
Oh,
Maybe
study room.
Yeah, you can manage the study room and you have a curriculum with some what you mentioned, like watching the video or like a discussion. For each room have like a different like curriculum.
Yeah, sure. That's so good. Yeah, I really need to like categorize these rooms according to its functions.
Yes.
And yeah, that's
I guess that's also like multi-function, which now we want. We don't want to just study. We don't like being pushed, but we just like kind of chill. At the same time, we do want to learn. I guess that's the perfect place where we can like kind of feels like I'm not in the academy, but I'm speaking in English. Like I have to speak in English, but the atmosphere itself doesn't really like forces me. So I feel like that's why I'm joining this video. You're already running it.
Yeah.
Lori, you can be involved in just step for the 해보았습니다.
For in my building.
Yeah, or manager.
Oh yeah. Wow, another motivation.
Yeah, like, and especially I think my business will be lucrative in Songdo because Songdo is an international city where there's a lot of foreigners and people who use English. So there is a demand. So if I create a place where you can speak English, like with other adults and people, I think people will definitely come.
For sure.
Yeah, okay. So everybody, let's move on to the third question. Young-ho, could you read the third question for us?
Nowadays, many shops have their particular style and concept. So some restaurants decorate their place as a tropical island, whereas others create a cozy place for people to relax. What about you? How are you going to decorate your place? And what kind of impression you want the visitors to have when they come into your place?
Yeah, so it's about the interior. Like when the customer first like opens the door of your room, of your space, what kind of impression do you want to give to the visitors?
It's complicated.
Complicated.
Since I have different rooms
Yeah,
that has different color,
yeah.
I want to make it for their own demands. Like if that person feels like drained or she needs some energy, then I want her to put in the yoga room so she can feel more energetic and relaxed after relaxing and stretching and get more energy. And if that person it's someone who is eager to learn something or experience something new, and then I want to recommend her, why don't you go to blind room and then explore something new, like on their own demands. I want to match that room.
Blind room,
yeah.
blind date me? You mean blind date?
Like I told you, the blind room, it's not limited to only dating, but also like exploring, like finding new friends or finding new mentors or listening others stories without saying of each other. But also there is a dating room too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what Rory's trying to say is rather than having like a same concept for every room, you want to have like different concept for every room, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but like I think in your space there needs to be like a lot of plants like very like green stuff, because it matches your idea with like healthy concept. Kind of like very like
yeah. I want to put a lot of plants there.
Yeah, like kind of green, white, like wood. I think that kind of concept really suits your place. What about Youngho? Like, are you going to like you're like military, like Sparta? So how are you going to decorate your place?
Actually, I don't want to just put my customers into a lot of depression. So actually, maybe actually it's hard to say something with a particular style or concept for the workout. But I think maybe I need to prepare the musics that makes customers excited. I mean motivated for workout. And then I don't want to just play music that is kind of ballad or something like that. And then maybe I would like to decorate the place with how can I say, like a very bright and cozy wallpaper and kind of stuff.
I think your whole concept is really brightness, not whenever people go to your place, they feel happier, right? You don't want people to be depressed, so the
Yes.
music has to be really like fun, and the color scheme is not that dark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that really matches your concept because people go to your place to get healthier.
I think like music and just kind of atmosphere and mood
Yeah.
make like people like
Comfort
step up like workout.
Yeah, you're also a DJ then. Gym DJ.
Yeah,
No.
music has a lot to do with that atmosphere and everything. It controls many.
I think so.
Thank you for telling me the music because I was like, that's I think also a very important part of decorating the place, not just the visual stuff, but auditory stuff is also important.
Yes.
If I want to decorate my place, I want to make it really sophisticated with white and black, and I want to have very, very large window, like it covers the whole wall, so you can have a lot of daylight coming in, and I want to make the whole space look spacious. So white, black, a lot of daylight, I think that's really important. And rather than the interior itself, I just want to keep the place very neat and clean every day, because whenever you come into the place, if it's really dirty, you don't want to come, right? So I just want to keep the place very nice and clean, and like compared to Mike, I don't really want to use a lot of colors because like a lot of adults come, so like children love colors, right? But like I think adults just like sophisticated, refined color schemes. So I just want to use like black and white chic, like this concept. Okay, so everybody, thank you for sharing your ideas of the interior. Let's go to the fourth question. I will read it. When the business becomes larger, it is inevitable for you to hire more workers. What kind of workers do you want to work with? What kind of qualities would you see in an employee?
Yeah.
We need to ask Rory first because Rory is going to have leaders.
I'm going to be a leader of this building, you said?
No, you said like you're going to like designate leaders their responsibilities, right?
Yeah, right.
So what kind of leaders are you going to work with?
So this question led me to think, me as an employee, what kind of employee I am and what kind of skill set I have right now. And what do I need more skill set wise. So first, aspiration, ambition, bravery, and patience. Those four. I think all humans have innate creativity, but what sets the person who seem to always have that new ideas or like passion, I like their eyes and their energy sets apart from someone who is someone who runs dry of ideas and energy is aspiration. I think they're I guess aspiration and ambition is beyond passion. So also I'm going to ask two questions when I after seeing their
resume
or their idea to run the room before I designate them. And I'm going to ask, what's the problem that you want to solve and why? I think this question shows their interest. Also, like strategy. How can you solve and why? Maybe why would bring up their background or their own story. So this question contains many different, really many different stories from that person. And second is, what is your coping mechanism? Because we all face all this difficulty when they run this room or everything, but I guess this question, by asking this question, I can kind of guess how this person will navigate those difficulties. So if someone blows my mind, then I will pick that person to run it.
Yeah, oh my God, I love your two questions. I think you're a very smart CEO. Because the first question is that you ask people like, how are you going to solve the problem? But like, not only the person tells how the strategy they're gonna employ, but they're gonna talk about their background story. So I think that's very clever. And the second question, the coping mechanism, is that like inevitably people are going to make mistakes and people are going to face difficulties, and you asking them, how are you going to deal with it? I think that's really, those two questions are really like show who that person is. So I think
Yeah.
that's really smart.
Thank you.
Yeah, and about the aspiration part, like being eager to work with you, being eager to build your dream, I think that's really important, because a lot of people work because of money and out of responsibility. So wanting to be a part of your dream, I think that's really crucial. Okay, Yongho, what about you?
Well, I think so I mentioned the like workout and kind of
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah.
So based on that, just I would like to hire the employees that are like customers oriented or customers friendly. For example, like they need to be energetic and
Yes.
very bright, and they need to teach or approach customers out of the goodness of their heart, and they need to be outgoing.
Yeah, that's true.
Unlike me, actually, I'm an introverted person. So.
Why do you always say that you're not?
So anyway, just and then secondly, last but not least, they need to cooperate with each other, including me.
Yeah, I think that's also really, that's so right, because you not always work alone, you have to do teamwork, right?
Yes.
But if
right.
a person has like a very bad personality,
Yes.
and it's really hard to be with that person, there's always will be problems, right? Yeah, but I have a question, Yoho.
Yeah.
If there are two employees and one employee has a very great body, but he is not a good team worker, he's kind of selfish.
Okay.
And the other one like has not a doesn't have a like a body that people would admire, but he's a very good person who complete the task really well and have a lot of knowledge and teach people well.
Maybe I would pick the like second one. Because
second one.
Yeah, as I told you, just this is kind of based on knowledge and know-how. It's not for your workout. It's for the it's for the customer's workout. So
yeah,
it is important to teach very well and easy to understand.
Yeah.
So that's why just even though just great muscle and big muscle would be better for showing customers, but it's not the practical. So I will pick a second one.
Yeah, I think you will be a very good like owner of the gym.
I don't think so.
For me, since I'm running an English hagwon, I need to have people who are very fluent in English. And actually, I want people to speak Korean as well, Korean and English both. Like there are not a lot of people who speak both of the language really well. If you're really good at English, they don't really speak Korean well. And if you're really good at Korean, they don't really speak English well. So I know it's hard to find that kind of person, but a person who is fluent in both languages. And secondly, what I need from a person is that a person who doesn't say stuff too honestly. I know this sounds it's not too straightforward.
Oh, okay.
Like I know this sounds weird, but like I don't like people who are too straightforward and say what is in their mind. I think that's not wise. Like whenever you want to complain about something or like tell a customer about something, I think you need to wisely indirectly say that person so that that person doesn't get hurt. But people who speak too much or people who speak too harsh words, I think that's like a no-no for me.
Okay.
So I think that's a very important quality I need from a person who is very I don't really like to honest people on everything. They need to be indirect and like respect others. I think that's really important for me.
So sometimes like they just need like a white lie, right? White lie.
They need what?
White
lie. Yeah, white lie as well. And I think people understand things if they say it indirectly, unless you're not like unless you're really weird. Like saying directly, not to me, I'm the boss, like not also me, but also the people who come to the hagwon. Like if you want to say something, I think it's really important to respect others. But saying it too straightforward, I think it really ruins everything. And being respectful, I think that's really important.
I also have a question here then.
Yeah.
So if there is a person who is like really fluent in both language.
Yeah.
But that person
I think I know the
straight...
question.
Sorry?
I think I already know the question. Okay, tell me.
But that person is kind of like very straightforward. And she's just like really clear about everything. Like I'm competent in both two language and like I'm saying what I have to say. She's very clear. And the one person, she is a little bit like, she's just okay with language, but she's
not good.
But she is very sorry.
Language is not good. You mean language speak like the skill is not good.
Yeah, in language wise, she is not that competent but she is okay. But she is not as competent as that person. But she's very wise and she let people talk and I guess she is a person who wants to talk. So customers come because they want to talk to her.
Definitely the second one. Yeah, because like in the end, like whoever it is, we like the person as like a human being. So the first person I can respect like his or her English ability, but I don't like that person And the second person, like there may be some things that she needs to work on, but I could respect her as a human being, right? So I think that's the answer is so clear.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the last question. Rory, could you read it for us?
Yes, some might want to earn as much money as possible from running their business and use the money to achieve their other goals. On the other hand, some would want to own the place for a long time. What is your ultimate goal in running the place, other than learning specific skills in running a place? What kind of life lesson do you think you can learn from being an owner of a place? I guess you're a genius. Like, how did you come up
No.
with this idea, with this question, right? It has full of insight.
Thank you.
It let me think a lot.
So for sure, like everyone runs a business for money because they have to have a livelihood. And I think that's not a sin or a bad thing. Everybody needs that. But
Yeah.
beyond that, like what would you want to achieve from running a gym, running a yoga and wine room place, and running a hagwon? Like, what is your ultimate goal?
I want to try an experiment to see if this world can be a place where no wars, no bombs, no criticism, but instead of full of encouragement and advice from different perspective, and no obsession, but from like they do things not expecting something to gain, but just truly out of love. So for me, the ideal word is I want to make this idea building, and then make this another branch like this. So my ideal word, like everyone to try to everyone can enable to do what they want, and there is full of resource that they can like really put that into action, and supporters and mentors stuff. So but that doesn't mean like let them do whatever they want. It's not like slacking off or binge watch or binge eat, but somewhere really like pull their all passion and their eagerness.
You're creating like a heaven in the earth.
Yeah, I wanted to try an experiment if it is possible or not, because everyone wants that, but it never happens till right now. So
yeah, it's like I think you're experimenting whether people are good or evil in nature. Like if I'm not sure if I'm right, but like you're experimenting whether people can like respect and appreciate each other without hating each other. Like you're creating like a model society where people like can actually live in like a heaven.
Yeah, I want to try. I want to see. Yeah,
I think that's so good. So Rory, could you explain one more time? Like you want to build like a yoga room, and what else?
Yoga room and drawing room where you can draw everywhere. Like you can even draw on the ceiling.
Wow,
it's like full
drawing
of white room.
Yeah, and then
and yoga and releasing stress. So it's like you can sing and yell and how to say
rip things,
rip papers, and you can
wow.
throw everything. And also share a house blind room and sharing
Counseling.
hobby room. Sorry,
Counseling room.
counseling. Yeah, counseling, but also also like opinion box somewhere they can write their report, their idea paper.
Oh my God. Like I think you like freedom and you don't like restricting or restraining yourself, right?
Yeah, too.
So
I have
maybe
Mhm.
yeah. Sorry, no.
No. I have that
Yeah.
that huge desire that I don't want to put it in this like somewhere. Don't let me
Yeah.
put this in some. And I also don't want people to put their in specific word or box. Go
Mm.
ahead.
So maybe next time when I hang out with my friend and we have nothing to do, I would ask her like, why don't we go to Rory's stress release room and like rip papers and like draw on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I think that would be like a very unique experience because most of the time we just eat, drink, watch.
Yeah.
So it's very special.
I think Rory, before you start with your own business, maybe you need to get a lot of money.
Yeah, I have to make a lot.
Yeah,
of
because it
money.
requires a lot of like budget.
Exactly. So it works as a really, really good motivation.
Yeah. But I love your idea. It's really creative. Okay, Yongho, what about you? Like
Me,
I know it's for people's health and body, but like beyond that, what would you want to achieve?
well, I think like first of all, I can feel maybe sense of achievement, sense of satisfaction, and it's kind of feel like rewarding when I just teach or work out with customers. And then secondly, I think like I can learn something when I teach them, because like teaching and explain what I have is kind of I can get the information or knowledge into my mind. So
Yeah.
and then last but not least, I think like I can get some money maybe. Because
Yeah.
now we live in the capitalism, so many people, not all people, I think many people just go for their own money
Yeah.
for their life. So that's it.
Yeah. I think I like your point about like actually teaching is learning.
Yes.
Yeah, when we teach, actually we learn a lot, right?
Yeah.
Because we need to organize our thoughts again, and explaining that stuff really makes us remember the knowledge even better. So you get to like learn a lot when you teach. And yeah, so I think that's also a very great point. For me, when I opened this hagwon, I just want people to have friends. Like, I think that's also a very important thing because especially people who speak English. Like, you have a lot of friends from your school or your workplace, but you don't have a lot of friends who have like a common interest in English. So if you come to this place, you can meet your friends who are in their 20s and 30s. So I think that's a very huge part of running this business. And secondly, I'm kind of similar with Rory. I don't want people to be bored or confined to like a little box. I want people to learn English from a variety of channels like YouTube, Netflix, or like novels or articles in the newspaper. So rather than cramming for studying. Like I want people to learn English in a more active, fun way. So I think that's my goal, and I just want people to be happy when they come to my place. I think happiness is like the ultimate goal of everyone in the world.
Yes.
So yeah, I think English is one of the ways you can be happy. So yeah, I think that's my goal.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So when you start with your kind of first step for your business,
Yeah.
I mean, just you. I heard that you maybe might start kind of YouTube or some kind of like initiatives with your English kind of plan. So when
when I'm gonna start?
Yes.
First of all, I am going to work in a hagwon targeted for adults. And I'm actually hired there right now. So I'm going to work in a hagwon first. So I need to know the whole system of how it runs, because like opening up a business right now is so dangerous and risky because I don't have experience in running a business. So I want to understand the whole system of a big hagwon. And opening up a business under my name, I think I have to be famous first.
So I thought that you will gonna just open your own like online class. And then maybe later on you can start with your maybe hagwon, maybe. I think.
Like a physical space as a hagwon will be in like 5 years, but like as you mentioned, not online class, but I think I would try to grow this YouTube channel first, because right now it's COVID-19. So I just want to grow this YouTube channel and keep on doing the 소모임 we're having. And if I get a lot of people, like over like 300 people coming in, and if the YouTube channel grows, then I will like reconsider how I'm going to run this business. But like online classes, the place where I'm hired, there will be online classes. So I will do it in the hagwon that I'm hired. But like under my name, I think that's not gonna happen in the near future yet, because I need to get some reputation first. Yeah. Thank you for asking though.
So Adult Academy is in Songdo?
Yeah, I want to open in Songdo because I lived here for so long and I have this love for Songdo.
Okay, so no, the workplace that you are going to work.
No, it's in Gangnam.
Really?
Yeah, so like it's like another thing to talk about, but like I still I'm gonna come every weekend to do the 소모임.
Which sounds like you moved to Gangnam?
Yeah, there's another like place I can stay, so I'm gonna stay there for a while. But every weekend I need to come.
Because of the 소모임?
And also the church, and to meet my family. But I don't know how it will go. Like the COVID-19 and Omicron is getting more serious. So I don't know if we could like have a meeting very often, but I'm still in Songdo, so don't worry.
And through Zoom as well.
Yeah. So everyone, I'm so thankful for you guys coming in the morning of a weekend where you have to sleep. And thank you for joining in and talking about your business. So I hope you have a great weekend, and Rory, Youngho, meet you on Sunday, and Rory, have a nice meeting with your members. So everybody, let's just wave, like shake our hands and say bye-bye, and I'm gonna shut. Okay, you don't. Okay, so bye-bye.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye bye.